B.Sc Part 3 and respected listener, a very good morning and welcome all of you to today's lecture. First of all, I bring to draw your kind immediate notice and focus on our previous lecture titled as Spectroscopy, which is chosen from B.Sc Part 3, Paper 3, Physical Chemistry, selected from Unit 2nd as Spectroscopy. First of all, may I have your attention please? The various postulates by means of spectroscopy in our previous lecture we have expressed. In the series of various contents, topics, points of important postulates of spectroscopy, the next postulate, let us proceed today. Today's lecture, dear students, look at the blackboard here. When plain light, sunlight is now allowed to pass through a prism or diffraction grating, and later on the transmitted radiation or light is now allowed to incident on photographic plate, the various bands of the colors, 7 colors, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, to produce on photographic plates in the form of bands. Such phenomenon is known as that is of dispersion. Once again, I repeat the definition of dispersion of 7 lambda which is formed in sunlight or plain light when is allowed to pass through a prism. Now transmitted radiations or light is now allowed to incident on photographic plate in separation form of different 7 colors. Such phenomenon is known as dispersion. To produce individual colors, band photographs on photographic plate is known as that is of spectrum. A singular term, I mean to say the production of 7 colors, lambda and its intensity, bands on photographic plate. The band photograph is known as individual band photograph is known as that is of spectrum. One can say violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange or red. The production of separation of individual colors of light in the form of band spectrum, in the form of band form, is known as that is of spectrum. Suppose we produce the get together the simultaneously band form photographs on the photographic plate. Such spectrum is known as that is of spectra. I mean to say the plural of spectrum is known as that is of spectra. In joint form, in mixed form, suppose we are producing the band forms on photographic plate, the mixed form is known as that is of spectra. Plural of spectrum. Once again, may I have your attention please? The production to obtain 7 colors light individually, their band forms on photographic plate is known as spectrum, and the plural of spectrums are known as that is of spectra. The next postulates which is included in spectroscopy, that sunlight or visible light is formed by means of electromagnetic radiation, in which electric field and magnetic field, which are perpendicular with each other, to produce the intensity in the spectroscopy. Dear students, there are so many information, there are so many kinds of spectroscopy which gives to us the necessary information, scientific logic, conceptual and optical phenomena of various 7 colors light, which in diffused form we pure, which are present in rainbow. The diffused form we pure are produced, but their intensity, their wavelength, their wave numbers are different. The different nature, the different classifications of 7 colors, wavelength and intensity to define, to provide the different natures, properties, classification in the molecules. But it becomes essential to know about spectroscopy. There are so many regions are formed to define, to classify, and the utility of spectroscopy in medical science. I mean to say, I appeal to the students. Student must be remember the various region, UV, ultraviolet, NIR, near infrared, FIR, far infrared, microwave, radio wave. There are so many regions in intensity which actually has been defined on intensity to give us the remedies and treatment of various disease for the diagnosis in medical science. The rest part I will deliver of spectroscopy tomorrow. Thank you very much.